What's up guys, and welcome back to PokeChing. So Pokemon reprints have been announced by the Pokemon Company. They said they're going to be pushing their printers or printing facilities to max capacity. So this is very good news to us, and we're going to be talking about all of that in this video. Just before we get started guys, don't forget to leave a like on this video if you do enjoy it. It doesn't take any time really, and it helps the videos be more visible for other viewers. And if you do enjoy this kind of content, you like Pokemon card openings and so on, don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel. So as you can see from Pokemon Company's post, they are going to be pushing their printing facilities to max capacity to get as much product available out there, so that all the people who missed out on product from Surging Sparks, Prismatic Evolutions, hopefully the future sets as well, so Journey Together and Team Rocket whenever that comes out, hopefully it means that people will be able to get their hands on the product. So in my previous video where I talked about Prismatic Evolutions and why it was best not to buy right now, I was just talking about the prices being so crazy, and I would continue to advise you to maybe wait a little bit before buying because the prices are still very high, even if somewhere they have kind of started to drop a little bit. I don't know what's really going to happen short term, but I'd say it's best to wait and buy once the reprints come out. Hopefully max capacity really does mean that there's going to be a lot of product that's going to be very easily available at decent prices for everyone. So obviously we don't know what the prices are going to look like after the reprints because we don't really know how much is going to be printed and how much the stock is going to be eaten up. People are in Pokemon card frenzy at the moment, so it's really hard to predict what could happen. But at least they've acknowledged the fact that people aren't able to get their hands on the product and they're aware of what's going on. So hopefully this means that they're going to be printing well enough for everyone to be able to enjoy the stuff and be able to open some packs, be able to play the game for those of you who play the TCG, and just enjoy it overall. So once again, for those of you who missed out on Prismatic Evolutions or even Surging Sparks, there is still hope, and hopefully you'll be able to get your hands on some product when the reprints do come. And like I mentioned, hopefully for Journey Together and the Team Rocket set and all the sets to come after that, Pokemon Company will print heavily, or at least enough so that everyone can get their hands on the product, just to avoid having the same situation that we have right now. I mean, Prismatic Evolutions is a mess. Surging Sparks was kind of a mess, but not quite as much, I don't feel. And Journey Together is already becoming quite... it's hard to predict, but the prices are insane and people are paying crazy prices. And I don't know if you have seen the cards in the set yet. Some of them have been revealed today actually, and I saw them, and the set does look beautiful. There are some very, very nice artworks in the set, but it doesn't really scream value to me, and I know that doesn't really matter to everyone. I myself am a collector and I do really enjoy opening cards. I've been opening up some Shrouded Fable. There's not too much value in that set, but I do like the artworks and I enjoy that, so it doesn't matter to everyone. But I'm talking about it from an investing standpoint and from paying $300 or $200 or whatever it may be. But I did see some sales over $300 for the booster boxes when they first popped up on eBay and so on. And that's why I'm talking about value, is that if you've paid $300 or even $200 for a booster box and the cards in the set aren't that valuable, then you're going to get burned pretty hard. And unfortunately, that's just the way it is. I mean, when you buy stuff before you even know what's in the set, you're taking a huge risk. And that's the way it goes. That being said, there are some beautiful cards in the set. Once again, some very nice illustration rares, some very nice special illustration rares. Just nothing that really, I don't know, it's just my opinion obviously, so you guys may think differently than me, but I just don't see any huge cards that will be worth a lot down the line, or they probably will be worth something of course, but I don't see any like crazy chase cards in there. But once again, that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, if you think the set is going to be something that's worth investing in. I think it will be, obviously, to some extent. I just don't think it's the strongest set. And you guys can let me know what you think down in the comments below. So I mentioned that I'm hoping that they're going to be reprinting very heavily all the Pokemon sets, the ones that have come out and the ones to come. It may not make much sense in terms of investing for someone that already has their positions in certain product. But the thing is, I do really want people to be able to enjoy this stuff. and have fun with the cards. And the investing thing is something that should be happening over the long term. So if after 2 years, for example, the prices start to kind of gradually climb up, and during that 2-year period everyone was able to get their hands on product, then I find that that's fair, that's fine. You know, people had the time, and as long as everything was at MSRP or at reasonable prices, then, you know, there's no real problem with that. But you have to understand that I am with you guys on this. I am a collector at heart, and I want everything to be available for everyone at reasonable prices so that everyone can enjoy opening up some packs and building their collections. And technically speaking, I could actually sell some of my stuff and make big profits right now, but that's just not what I want to do. I don't want to contribute to the whole issue that's going on here, and hopefully there are other people that have some positions. I don't have anything huge, you know, I'm limited in my budget, so I don't have like massive positions on anything. I have like a few booster boxes of some sets and so on, but that's about as far as it goes. But yeah, I mean, I hope that other people that have big positions are being reasonable and not trying to sell at inflated prices, because it is really ruining the hobby. I do think things will recover, I do think things will calm down, but still, even if it is for a short period of time, it's not fun for anyone right now. It's a bit too crazy, and I'm really hoping that the reprints are going to calm things down, prices are going to cool off. The people that tried to basically buy or sell really expensive, I hope that, you know, I know it sounds kind of harsh, but I hope that people learn a lesson that if you buy really expensive and then the prices crash, that it won't encourage you to do that in the future with future sets, and you'll just say, hey, wait, you know what? I got burned last time, I paid 300 for a booster box, and at release there was loads available, and it was only like, you know, 120, 130. And I don't want anyone to be in a situation where they're losing out. It's just that, sadly, there has to be a lesson learned somewhere for someone for things to kind of calm down. Sometimes you have to go through kind of an unpleasant situation for things to really, you know, ingrain in your mind. I don't know how to explain it really, but I think you know what I'm talking about. That's just my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think, but I think some people need to learn a lesson. But once again, if people are happy enough to pay those amounts and take the risk, you know, that's up to you. That's really, I'm not criticizing. I do think it's a shame that prices have been inflated so quickly as soon as pre-release dropped, but you know, if you pay that much or you sell that much, you know, you're in your right to do it. It's up to you. I just don't agree with it, but you know, that's only my opinion, and I think a lot of people agree with that. But at the end of the day, it's up to you, and I'm not here to bash on anyone. I just don't find it very fair. So getting back to reprints and Pokemon putting their printing facilities on max capacity, I am really praying that the Team Rocket set will be really easily available at reasonable prices. But only time will tell, and one thing that you need to consider is that the hobby is kind of changing, and people are starting to catch on that there is easy money to be made with Pokemon. Obviously we go through phases of bull and bear markets. You know, bull markets, people are buying very quickly at high prices, everything's kind of fast paced, and people are kind of going into the hype, into the FOMO and so on. But then you have the bear markets where things are much slower, much more calm, almost like dead. Sometimes it feels like nothing's really happening. But regardless of whether we're in a bull market or a bear market, whether things are going up in price very quickly or very slowly, people are catching on to the fact that Pokemon cards can make money over time and that it is a good investment. So that's something to keep in mind, guys. So when we're buying things now, if you do see what you're interested in and you're able to get it, it's best to not wait too much. I really do hope that we're going to get to a stage where everything is very easily available. Things sit on shelves for a bit longer. You don't have to pre-order to actually get stuff. You can actually get it on release day. We'll see what happens. Like I said, time will tell. But yeah, just be aware of this, and be aware that there has been a change in the hobby, and people are aware that modern has potential. I mean, it used to be the case that people were thinking about vintage, and that was the only thing that was really worth anything because there was so little of it left, and it was short printed or blah 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 blah. And compared to today, the print runs were very small. But the thing is, the demand is so extremely high right now that even the modern stuff is very popular. And if you look at the artworks on some of the cards, they're absolutely beautiful, and obviously people love that. So modern is very popular, and there is money to be made there, and everyone is starting to kind of they're starting to be aware of this. So once again, when I say buy things when you see them, when you're able to, always stay within your budget. Don't get yourself into a difficult financial situation. Remember guys, these are just Pokemon cards, and I know I'm saying that when I'm trying to start a channel, so to me Pokemon cards aren't just Pokemon cards. It's a passion of mine, something I really enjoy, and I know I'm far from being the only person that has that kind of a view on Pokemon and Pokemon cards. You know, it's an escape, it's important to a lot of people, but it's not worth putting yourself into financial difficulty. So just remember that if you can't pay for something, just wait. It doesn't matter if you miss out on the newest set, sorry. There will be more to come. Things will eventually calm down. I really hope it does, but I just can't see the market continuing the way it does. And hopefully the reprints will help with that. But guys, yeah, just don't spend money you don't have on this stuff. Remember that your life is what really matters. Having a home or not depends on your view on things. I'm not going to go into that, but you know, like your relationships and all that, that's what really matters. Pokemon is secondary, even though I do understand and I do realize that even for myself it is very important. And just to finish the video off, I want you guys to remember that there are older sets that you can go back to. You don't have to be buying the latest, best, biggest thing. You can go back and you can buy some other sets that have some beautiful cards that are just as, if not more interesting than some of the sets coming out. It's just because it's past, it's less relevant, I guess, you know, it's gone by, people have talked about it, people are kind of moving on to the next sets, and obviously you want to be included in that, and I do talk about this in my videos often, but I do think that being a part of what's going on is something that everyone wants to enjoy. Everyone wants to be a part of what's going on. They want to be relevant in what they're doing, what they're opening, so that they can exchange, they can share with the community and so on. And I do understand that, but really, if you look back and you just have a nice opening at home by yourself or with your friends, you can really enjoy some of the older sets. I mean, I just opened up some Shrouded Fable, and I know that's a hated set, but I think the illustration rares in that set are amazing. And, you know, I had a lot of fun opening that. And it's not a popular set, but it's still Pokemon cards. I still enjoyed it. Got some Twilight Masquerade that'll be opening up on the channel. So it's not that old, but it is older. So, and easily available because it's just, the attention isn't on it right now. So don't be afraid to go back if you want to do that, and if you don't want to go back, then just save your money, save it, let it build up, and when you can buy something, then go for it, enjoy it, but don't be paying these stupid prices, the absurd prices. Just wait to see what Pokemon Company can do in terms of the reprints, and let's just hope that everything kind of cools off, calms down, prices become reasonable, all the scalpers get burned, and we'll see what happens. So guys, that's it from me today. I hope the video was interesting. Hope I didn't repeat myself too much like I tend to do. If you did enjoy the video, don't hesitate to leave a like on the video. Subscribe for more because there's lots more coming. I have lots of openings planned, some Prismatic Evolutions, mostly Prismatic Evolutions for the next few videos mixed in with some other sets. So Shrouded Fable, and I will be doing some booster box openings of Twilight Masquerade in the future as well, once, you know, Prismatic Evolution stuff, the stuff that I've opened what I can, and you know, the rest I will be keeping sealed, but I'll open what I can, and once that's all dried up, then I will move on to Twilight Masquerade. So stay tuned for that, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. Until next time, guys, peace out.